So, Crimson Peak. Welcome to All Around Entertainment, guys. I'm Jared.
I'm Joseph. I almost forgot to do it myself. Anyways, yeah, so, Crimson Peak.
Boo!
Boo. We saw a movie this weekend. Not much to say about it, except for...
It sucks.
It sucks. It really does. And I could write you out a list, and I was tempted to write out a list of everything I hated, and it would be like a three-page essay of everything I hated about it, because it was terrible. And what'd you think?
If I could... Okay. I went to the movie theater. I got the ticket for Crimson Peak.
Yep.
I sat down.
Yep.
I fell asleep. I woke up. I went and watched Goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only watched half the movie. I don't even think I watched the half the movie. I watched... What did I watch? Did I watch the beginning?
It was...
Because that's where she went down to the basement.
The part, that you were talking about, it was probably the middle of the movie.
Middle of the movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I honestly feel like I could have done the same thing, and I very well could have gone and watched another movie or just left or whatever. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something at the end would come up and it would change my mind. So a brief just overview of the movie. Character, main girl, which I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce her last name correctly, but we'll just say Mia.
Yeah.
Maskowska. Yep, Mia. Played character Edith. She's like a writer, kind of like around the turn of the century kind of thing, like right after Victorian. Anyway, yeah, so she's going through some things, like her mom died when she was pretty young. When she was that young, her mother came to her as a ghost and was warning her about Crimson Peak. I'm sorry, it was a funny ghost voice, like, yeah. And then, she gets older, she sees her mom again, mom warns her again about Crimson Peak. And then this guy comes along, which is Thomas Sharp, played by Tom Hiddleston, and him and his sister have this dubious plan to take her away to this place called
Crimson Peak.
And just some things happen. Of course, she ends up going to the place that she was warned about. She didn't look into the place at all. She barely knows this guy. The main thing, some things happen. I'm not going to get into, like, major spoilers or anything about, like, Tom Hiddleston's character or, like, why they're doing what they're doing. Because they are technically the villains. Jessica Chastain's character and Tom Hiddleston's character are the villains of the movie.
We could tell them what happened because it's that bad.
He didn't even see the part, so he can't tell you anything.
I can't tell you anything. I didn't even really watch the movie.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what happens in the movie, and really, that's about it. Going into the movie, did you think it was going to be like a horror ghost movie?
Yeah. I thought it like 13 Ghosts type of deal.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And that movie's great.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, this might be kind of like that. And yeah. I was excited. And then
it wasn't that.
Turned into a piece of crap.
For what I told you and everything, there was like arousing like 5 ghosts.
5 ghosts?
Not even that really, because the one, it was like for like a second.
Are you counting one as her mother?
Yeah, one is her
mother.
Yeah.
And her mother wasn't at the house. Her mother's just following her around. Which is kind of creepy.
Only showed up twice. Her mother's ghost only showed up twice in the whole movie. Yeah. And they came out, they were pretty much trying to warn her about the characters. That's all they showed of the ghost, though. And I think they just really missed a a big opportunity to like the actual visuals of the ghosts and like how they were like they would walk into a room and like she wasn't really noticing them and they'd walk up right behind her and then it's kind of cliche, she would turn around and they'd be gone all of a sudden. But I mean that gives you like a real sense of like how a lot of people feels like they feel something walking up behind them. Turn around, nothing's there. And it's like that's kind of how people usually feel. I think they just missed not having more of that throughout the whole movie and actually like the ghost being the main part of the movie. And it was like that's what I was hoping for, is that there was a scene in the trailer where Tom Hiddleston said it's an old house, many souls have come and gone and everything. And I was thinking like there's like hundreds of ghosts here.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And like when she goes down into the basement and like there was like multiple little like
they're like
that were
wells
sealed down. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I wonder how big this basement is. Like, I wonder if it continues to go. Because, like, she had to take an elevator down. So this is a big house. So, like, how do you know there's not, like, another floor under that?
Yeah.
That has just more ghosts. And I thought that's what was going to go down. Like, it was, like, all the ghosts. But then it was, like, no ghosts.
Nope.
Besides the mom.
And it was just, like, that was the best parts of the movie is, like, when the ghosts would show up. I think, if you're really interested in going to watch it, that'll be the best part. The actual like mystery to the story, because there's supposed to be some mystery as to like who Jessica Chastain's character and Tom Hiddleston's character are and like what they're doing and everything. But it was just when you have a movie about if it's like a murder mystery movie, make it a murder mystery movie, but don't like tease ghosts in there and everything and have like really good visuals of ghosts. Well, that's not what your movie's really going to be about. I mean, yeah, they come into play into the story. But it's I don't know, the actual mystery wasn't strong enough to
keep you going.
To keep me going and carry on with the movie, because it was a very what's the word I'm looking for? It was very predictable. I don't know, I couldn't think of that word. The easiest word ever. It was very predictable.
That's important.
And it was just from when Mia's character Edith left to go with them to Crimson Peak. You were like, I pretty much know what's going on now.
Oh, jeez.
Like from there on, you were like, that's what's gonna happen. And when you get to the movie, it's disappointing because that's what happens.
Yeah.
And you're kind of disappointed because I would be okay if like, this story I could I could figure out what's going on. That's where I wanted, all the ghosts to come in and all the scary visuals, because it was when I saw, the mother for the first time, I was like that's like a really good visual and everything. It's the kind of horror that I usually want, where it's not jump scares. I want it to be that visual horror, like to where there's like people like all twitching, all weird, coming at you and everything. There just wasn't enough of that, and it wasn't enough of the main story to actually keep me interested. But anyways,
that was Joe's review. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry,
it's fine because
really
I didn't literally watch it. I watched half of it.
Yeah.
I think. It was just so bad. Like I've never done that. Mm-hmm. I've never. Okay, that's a lie. I did that to Great Gatsby. That movie sucks too. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. But
I love that movie. But okay.
Sorry, didn't really hope there. But that's the second movie I've walked out of, and I usually don't walk out of movies because like I love to sit down and watch movies and see what's going on, but I couldn't. This one was just like, it was so bad. I felt like I needed to leave and find some joy.
Yeah.
And that's when I went and watched Goosebumps, but that will be another review.
There will be a review here shortly.
But it just. And I totally agree with you, the effects and everything, and I love how creepy the mom was. And, like, even though it is her mom is, like, warning her about being a ghost, I'm cool with being, like, having, like, one good ghost, trying to warn you. But when all the ghosts are trying to warn you, I don't want the ghost to warn you. Fine with one ghost being, but the rest of them should try to be, like, you're going to stay here forever, I'm going to take your soul type of ghost. That's what makes a good kind of scary movie, like you're trying to run away from them, not trying to like like trying to look for them. Like, tell me more. Like, no.
Yeah. That's our review, guys.
Ratings. You want to rate it?
Oh,
do you want even?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we don't have to, just because.
I want to give it 0 stars.
We can. I mean, there's not.
I would give it 1 star.
Okay.
For the visual effects.
See, I'd probably give it two stars for the visuals that they were trying to do, but even then, that's kind of pushing it, just because I felt like they didn't know what to do with them. They could have had so much they could have done with the ghosts.
Honestly, yeah, like,
and they missed a step. So
whatever.
Anyways, so yeah, I think we're pretty much both in agreement.
Yep.
But let us know what you think in the comments below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Definitely. We will see you guys
around. Welcome to All Around Entertainment, guys. I'm Jared.
I'm Joseph. We're going to do a review today on a very unknown movie, at least probably most of you.
Yeah.
A movie called Hell and Back.